Any Australian drivers coming up the ranks that you're keeping your eyes on? Oscar, you were obviously the candidate to start with. Floris, any other Australian drivers that you're aware of and keeping an eye on?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think we got there's a couple in the lower ranks. I think you have Marcos Fleck. I think he's a good one. Maybe there are even more Kiwis than Australians. I don't know, but that's the one that comes up with me. Yeah.
Anybody from you, Tyler?
Yeah, Jack Doohan.
I've heard he's all right.
I was really hoping that Floris was going to forget that one.
I did.
I was going to have to really reach for somebody. Floris is right in saying about New Zealand drivers. There do seem to be quite a decent amount of Kiwis at the moment, but I think that there seems to be a very steady stream of Australian drivers. It seems as if it's like Webber, Ricciardo, Piastri. I'm sure someone will follow from you. So when you're 30, Piastri, you'll be showing someone into the ranks. But yeah, I think Jack Doohan is, in my mind, I think he's probably an outsider for the title. I think this year he gets things right. I think the way that he conducted himself at points last year was of sort of a title, of the behaviour of a title challenger. I think just Hauger had a bit too much for him, and I think, especially within the Premier this year, I think he'll probably have a bit too much for someone like Doohan again. But yeah, Doohan's a really good driver, and I think that in terms of the Australians keeping it coming, it's surprising that you've got more Australians, I think, at the moment of pure skill than you have like Brazilians, for example, which is quite surprising. But yeah, there's a good amount of talent coming from down under.
I totally forgot James Wharton.
I was about to say, actually, I'm going to ask if Oscar wanted to shout out James Wharton too.
Yeah. Sorry, Oscar.
No, that's okay. I think, yeah, the first two that I guess came to mind is obviously Jack, being in F2 now, and I think he had a very strong season last year, and I think quite clearly much improved from some of his previous years, which was nice to see. So yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes this year in F2. Obviously, a big step up from F3 to F2, but Virtuosi is certainly in the top couple of teams, I would say. So he's in a good spot on the grid, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he goes. Yeah, James Wharton as well, obviously a newcomer to single seaters. Met him. Well, he used to race karts back in Australia when I was still racing there. So I've known him. He's obviously quite a lot younger than me, but I've known of him for a while and met him a few times now. And yeah, I think some of his performances in the UAE and F4 were very strong. I think he had some up and downs, but that's only natural at the beginning of your single-seater career. I know all too well about that. So yeah, I think those two are really the two that I can really see. I know Floris mentioned Marcus Flack, and to be honest with you, I don't really know much about Marcus. I've heard his name floating around a little bit, but yeah, I think Jack and James are in good spots on the grid, have won races already, and yeah, so I'm interested to see how they go.
I think it's very interesting to note that Oscar did not jump to the defence of Brazil and defending his housemate right there when Tyler was absolutely slagging the Brazilian drivers off.